Hey everyone, making a quick video on how to install the PRP double head drain. I get asked quite a bit how this goes and how it fits, so I figured let's make a video on it. So let's start off with the kit. Essentially you get the actual billet bracket that bolts up to the head, sort of. You have your -10 fittings, a plug, hardware, and you also get a little bit of lube for the O-rings, which is really important. We'll talk about that in a bit. As far as tools needed to install this, you need your hammer and punch. What I do to take the freeze plugs off is I just hit it on one end of it until it folds on itself, and then once it's a little bit slanted, I go in with pliers and yank it out. Pretty easy method. You're going to need just the tools needed to thread in the hardware, and then we are going to have to tap a hole for one of the bolts. So let me move over to the head and show you how this all goes. Looking at the head, you can see the two ports. This bottom one is coolant and this top one is oil. So what usually happens with the RBs is when you're making pulls, making some power, oil collects back here and it doesn't drain fast enough down to the oil pan. What this kit lets us do is it lets us run a line from here to the oil pan, which is going to keep the oil from collecting the head and causing oil starvation issues, which is pretty common with the RBs. The bottom port is going to be used for either burping, swirl pot, quite a few things you can do with it. In this application, it's going to, for now, be used to just give us a quick way to burp the engine, and later on it is going to be used for a swirl pot. But let me show you how this sucker mounts on here. There we go, mounts just like that. So it utilizes two holes that are already there. Shout out to Herman, this was a pretty ingenious idea. The guys at PRP definitely know what they're doing. This hole is commonly used to, I believe, support some of the hard lines that go to the back of the motor. We're utilizing this third hole, and this hole here, no clue what it was for, but it has no threads, and we're going to add some threads to it because this is what we use to hold the bracket on. Okay, so I actually started doing this before I realized I was going to make a video on it, so I popped out the freeze plugs a little early. I just kind of tapped them back in to protect the head from any materials going in it after we tapped it. Same thing with everywhere else. Anything that has a chance of getting any sort of material in, please cover it up. That's not a risk that anyone needs to take. So we're just finished tapping our hole. The tap is if you're wondering, it's a 8mm by 125. So that'll be the thread you use to tap the hole and use the hardware included in the PRP kit. Okay, so now the hole is tapped, and we can actually pretend like I do this in order. I'll pop these guys out. So another thing I did was I actually took a little bit of emery cloth and just kind of cleaned up everything. That's just so in case there's any little pieces of metal or any little gunk or anything that was left behind from the freeze plug, that it doesn't interfere with the O-ring sealing. You really don't need to do that, but I like to do things once, so doing that kind of makes sure that I will get a perfect seal. Alrighty, so now we've lubed up the O-rings. You can use the supplied grease or dielectric grease, doesn't really matter, just make sure you use plenty of it. And this sucker will just kind of press in place. It'll be a pretty defined thump when it goes in. And you want it to go even. You don't want the top side to go before the bottom side or anything like that. That's how you risk damaging the O-rings, which we don't want. So let's get our hardware on there and let's finish this up. Another precaution I like to take when doing this kind of stuff is, this is a bit of an awkward mount. The idea is that once this thing seats in flush, everything's going to hold in place using the two screws, but it has to go in even. If you tighten down one screw all the way and the other one isn't, the whole bracket might actually kind of move to one side, and then when you go to tighten the next one down, you run the risk of, again, damaging the O-ring and causing a leak. This is not a leak you want to fix with the engine in the car. So what I do is I tighten them pretty, not one at a time, but I tighten one until it's snug. I go to the next one, and I watch as the whole thing sits in the two holes evenly. And once I know that it's bottomed out, that's when I put the final torque on the bolts. Now that it's installed and tight, you kind of want to look at the top and make sure that's flush. If the left side or the right side is making contact with the head and the other side isn't, then this didn't go in flush. It going in flush is the difference between pinching an O-ring, not pinching an O-ring, and of course it leaking or not leaking. Alright, so the final step is going to be to set up your fittings in whatever configuration it is you want. For oil, we're going to drain towards the left. So that's how we're going to run it, just like that. With the O-rings on these, make sure you lube them up as well. Again, why do this twice? If you don't lube them up, there is always that little chance that you're going to have a leak, and no one wants that. So, but yeah, this is it. This is our setup. Now we're just going to run the lines and everything else, which is really self-explanatory. Big thanks to Herman at PRP for coming up with this stuff. Everything they're doing over there is making it real easy for us to make some pretty cool Skylines and RB builds. And thanks for John from PRP USA for getting us a product over here. Here at RB Performance, we are a dealer for PRP. So if you need this product or anything else, a brace, a trigger kit, alternator brackets for RBs, SRs, 2Js, anything like that, hit us up. We'll get you a good deal on it. Thanks a lot.